I was watching the last season or the last episode of Painkiller, and it kind of dawned on me, like, the big difference between the opiate or the Oxy and the Suboxone and methadone. Yeah, the big difference is you don't got people falling over, dying most of the time off of like Suboxone. Like, I don't know if you can take too much of it, obviously, but like, it's really hard to take too much Suboxone. I don't know enough about methadone to say the same thing. I don't know. I'm just being honest about it. Like, if people were falling over dead from Suboxone, we'd be hearing the same kind of fucking cases and stuff like that. But instead, they know that people are not ODing off of Suboxone, and so is what they do is they just overprescribe it and push it out there, like, and they're just making super addicts. Like, they're literally making super addicts because they know that they're not going to OD. They know that they're not going to die from it. You know what ends up happening is people end up selling their Suboxone to pay for their Suboxone addict. That's what happens. That's what happens with it. But people don't need 2 Suboxones. People don't need that. So is what ends up happening is they end up selling half of their prescription. That keeps them in this drug loop. Like, it doesn't help. They stay in this loop. Like, to get clean, you have to stop associating with those kind of people. You can't get clean and stay clean and be best friends with somebody who's on drugs, who's using heroin, who's on meth, who's on whatever. Name it. If you're trying to get sober from a drug, you can't be dating somebody who's still abusing drugs. It's just that simple, guys. Like, and so, like, if your Suboxone doctor is giving you 2 fucking Suboxone and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sell one of these Suboxone because I don't technically need 2. I can sell one of these and make enough money to go pay for it. And like, that's like, I swear they're over prescribing this stuff so that people will sell it and get more Suboxone on the street. Like, I swear there's a reason for this over prescription, and I just wish I knew what it was. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. So, like, if people were ODing and falling out from Suboxone, that's what we would be hearing, and thank God there's a few other options today. Like, there's, the Vivitrol shot? I've heard, a lot of great things about that. Back when I was trying to get clean and sober, if that had been an option then, and I would have been able to do that, like, if that would have been a real legit option for me, I probably would have did that in a heartbeat. But it wasn't an option for me. And, but watching the episode 6 here, I finished it already. I'm rewatching episode 6 right now. I'm a TV guy. I love watching TV. It's one of my favorite things to do. But it just, like, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, okay, well, that's why there will never be this big push, because people don't die from it. It's like, okay, so we have 30 addicts and 15 to 20 of them are reselling them, and they're not gonna, like, it's probably more than 50%. It's probably more than 50% are gonna sell half of what they made, or they're gonna stock it up and save it, and they're only gonna go to the clinic every other month, and eventually they're gonna get kicked out of their clinic because, like, the clinic wants you to come there every month. Like, it's, a lot of these clinics are over $300 now, and plus you got to buy your medicine unless you have some sort of, state insurance or some shit like that to help pay for this, like, or you have a good job that has good insurance. Like, but let's be honest about it, most addicts don't have that. I'm just being 100% honest here. And You know, so if you're getting prescribed 60 Suboxone strips, guess what? You could sell 30 of them. And that'll pay for your fucking visits. You know what I mean? Like, so not only does that not get you clean, or like, it doesn't get you clean because it's keeping you associated with them people. Yeah, you might feel like fucking the old Robin Hood there trading, but you're still associated with that world. Like, you can be on Suboxone and be clean, living a clean, healthy life, and you know, not have any type of issues, and go fucking build your life, go rebuild your name up, go redo yourself. It's possible, it happens, but not if you have to sell half of your prescription. You know, not if that's what it takes to get your freaking. If that's what it takes to get your Suboxone, man, or get your methadone. Like, I don't know much about methadone. Methadone is definitely a lot more regulated, but I know once you're there so long and you don't mess up, they give you methadone to take home, or at least that's the way it used to be. I don't know if it's still like that or not. I have a good friend of mine who's been on methadone. I don't know how many years. I don't know how many. He's been on it for a long time. Suboxone never worked for him because I think that he got overprescribed and he was able to sell it. He was never able to get away from that world. And so him going up to the clinic every day at 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning to get his methadone was the only way that he was going to be a semi-functional person in society. And it's terrible to say. Like, and that's not me being ignorant or any, like, that's just, like, to me, that's what seems to be the fucking God honest truth. Because having 60 strips in your pocket turns you back into a fucking fiend. It turns you back into a junkie. It puts you back in that mindset of, okay, what do I got to do to sell these so that I can keep coming back? What do I got to do to keep selling these? Or I better put half of these back and save them up. You know, next month I won't have to go to the doctor. Well, next thing you know, the doctor's not giving you enough, so you can't afford it, and you're not able to cut back, and you end up fucking in that world. And it's just an extra stressor. It's an extra stressor. It's an extra additional problem that they have added. It just makes no sense to me. It's very frustrating to me. And come on, dude, get the fuck out of my way. I got so much going on today. Like, I got to drive down to work, drive down to Allentown, PA, come back. I think I got a load going down to York. I got to drive back to Mifflintown, drive up to Barville, Belleville, not Barville, pick up a load there, and then drive down to York, PA, and come back. And then I got to be back in Tyrone, PA today to have my ultrasound done on my gallbladder. My gallbladder needs removed, so I got to try to get this all done. They wanted me to go have my ultrasound done at 9 a.m. and I'm like, I can't do 9 a.m. It's not going to work for me. I'm already committed to 2 loads, so they pushed it back to 3 o'clock for me today. So here it is. I left the house at 11 o'clock tonight, so hopefully I can get done and be in Tyrone before 3 p.m. today. That's my plan. That's what I'm up to. But yeah, stay tuned for more of this stuff. I got a good turnout on the last video, so I'm going to try to put out some more of this stuff. Yeah, feel free to hit me up, leave a comment, you know, start a conversation. It fuels me to talk about this stuff more. So if you guys want to talk about it, appreciate you. If you know, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, share it around, tell your friends. Doesn't matter. You don't have to. I just, you know, I like talking about this kind of stuff, and if I have people that are interested in it, I'll keep talking about it. But peace and love, y'all.